Good evening. Namaste as we say in India, Sat Sri Akal as we say in Punjab. So good evening, my professor and my fellow classmates. We are Team Helios. My name is Gagandeep Singh and K.U. Patel, Ashpal Singh, Quiz, Karthik and Abdul. We're going to be talking about wealth with green, and our company is Natural Paints. That's the wrong side. Wealth with green. What is green wealth? Ecological strategies. How you gonna eliminate your waste? How you gonna reuse your waste in your manufacturing process by keeping in mind the nature? How you gonna protect the nature, secure the nature? So it's all about green wealth, all about nature. And why we need it? Because natural resources are limited. We are using. So that's why we need it, because population is increasing, natural resources are decreasing, so we need green wealth in that. Overview of interface. You heard a lot about interface this evening. So interface is world's largest designer and maker of carpet tiles. Interface was started in 1973 by Ray Anderson in Georgia, and the company is on mission, and mission is called Mission Zero. So next going to be KU telling you about Mission Zero.
Good evening, thanks for having me. I'll be telling you stuff about Mission Zero interface. Interface promised to eliminate all the negative impacts that their company is having on the environment by the year of 2020. Vision is to become first company to show the entire industrial world what sustainability is. Interface dedication to sustainability has evolved in the companies, and that is their mission, and that commits them to Mission Zero. For that, they have broken this into 7 parts. The first one is zero waste. That is to eliminate total waste during their production. Banning emissions, to eliminate all the energies like carbon monoxide. Third one is renewable energy. Their goal is to power and use 100% renewable energy. Fourth one is closing the loop. That is to minimize the impact on environment. Fifth one is resource efficient transportations. Use innovative strategies during the transportations to transport. Sixth one is sensitive hookup. Teaching and implementing to the society what's the Mission Zero is going to be about, and redesigning the way of doing their business to the sustainability. Results and benefits during the Mission Zero. The results after implementing the Mission Zero is remarkable. One of the innovations that enhance the company's sustainability significantly is called random pattern tiles. That's the innovative style they started using to minimize. The invention reduced the cut of waste significantly. Interface also gained big profits from its recycle system. The productivity increased dramatically due to new process implements as well as new technology applied. And Interface also reduced negative environment impact by applying renewable energy. Yeah, next one will.
Well, Natural Paints, just a small background of the company, established in 1980s in New Zealand in Christchurch, and the company is still developing and continuously improving on start. And the philosophy of Natural Paint is that once upon a time all paint was made from natural ingredients, and all the Natural Paint company are still us. Yeah, the next one is how Natural Paint implement Mission Zero. The few points so that the use of natural resources like Natural Paint company use to contribute to society. That every chosen ingredient that they use to manufacture point is drawn from their natural resources. For instance, like chalk, china clay, tree resins, and plant oils, which are healthier in generations to come. The second one is like in 21st century, the company is trying to achieve the use of the natural products, free or low from volatile organic compound. Companies launch new products that are solvent free, by using oil and waxes that helps to dry the moisture from the atmosphere. The next part is the SWOT analysis, strength and weakness. I'll Gagan, please.
Strength could be anything, your location of the company, your marketing team or sales team, could be anything. So here are the few strengths of natural paint. First, KPI, key performance indicators. What they do, they set the targets and they analyze it. Then again they set the targets and analyze it. So that's their key performance indicator. Increasing use of renewable material. In 2007 they were at 47%. In 2009 they were at 69% use of renewable material, and it's continuously improving. Smarter use of raw material. How you use your recycled products, how you use your recycled waste. It's important to use your recycled waste. In 2007 they were at 84%, and in 2009 they were at 90%, and they are again continuously improving. Vision to create a better everyday life for many people by providing them better products for their better life. Using new technologies. So the amount of raw material can be reduced. They are using machinery instead of labor force. So that's a new technology. Demographic designs and balanced design. They are not focusing on quality. They are also focusing on design, the functions. They are balancing their designs and products. And cost consciousness. And when they design the product, they focus on the rates of the products that it can be affordable by the customers. So they are very cost consciousness. Weaknesses. The continuous growth of global business. So due to global business, they are improving. There are some countries where the laws and rules and regulations, they won't let them control the working conditions. So sometimes they are unable to do their thing with their manufacturing process. So next one is the need for low cost products in the market. They are making green products which are a bit costly than the other products. So it is a weakness that the other competitor of theirs, they are not providing green products, but they are available at low cost. So it's a weakness. Good communication about the environmental activities. It's very important to communicate with your customers, clients, and your stakeholders. So due to the scale of the business, they are unable to communicate with the clients and the stakeholders. So what they are doing, they publish their newspaper and communicate with the customer. But sometimes, due to the scale of the business, as I told you before, they are unable to communicate with the customers. That's one of their weaknesses. And the next part will be by Dave.
The opportunities, the growing demand for green products. Well, there is another company, Dulex. There is an international company which is already doing eco-friendly products, and by demanding the green products. So these days the green products demand is increasing, which the company needs to grab the opportunity and start creating the demand for the green products. Sustainable life, the company gives tell the customers about the sustainability of the paint that they're going to use, how long they're going to last. Developing social responsibility, that is to support the charity like Wildlife Fund and the Saving Children. Open with all the stakeholders by communicating with the customers, building trust and the key opinions from the press analysts. The threats are now the social trends. The taste and preferences of the people, they keep changing. They don't follow the same trend. That's the biggest threat. The second threat is environmental threat. Now, to produce the environmental product, a natural product, there is a lot of natural resources that's used. And to make sure to be into the market and to be environmental friendly, they need to make sure how they uses their natural resources. That's the second natural environmental top. Market forces. There is this more competitors entering into the market with the low prices, but they are not eco-friendly products. So the customer will prefer the low-price products rather than going with the environmental products, which are a bit costly than the other products. The fourth one is economic factors. During the recession period, the buyers slowdowns that are buying products. That is the external fact. That's economic factor. Now I'll pass it on to you.
Yeah, these are from interviews to implementations, like product and manufacturing process improvement. Product and manufacturing process is the key to mitigate negative environmental impacts. By applying new technologies and redesign new processes will generate profit from both productivity and cost reduction. Employees' engagement is an accelerator to the whole project. With the engagement of employees, there will be more issues being identified and more approaches to solve problems and improve the business. Marketing. Natural Paint should marketing their eco-friendly products and relevant ideas so that their sustainability will be enhanced. And lastly, the monitor and measurement. This is based on the case study of Interface and Dulux. Both of them need a complete monitoring and measurement system to make sure the project implementing as planned and the approach are helping the business. These are the recommendations. First one is using sustainable recycled tool, equipment, materials. Using eco-friendly product which do not harm the environment. It's very good for the environment. Second one, they make sure that staff are well trained. Training staff by using latest techniques and using latest technologies. Develop a technique which calculates the paint required for a particular site by knowing that the length, width, and the height of the room, or the size of the door, windows, which will help in the saving time and money for the customer and for the company. And scheduling of workers, because the demand is seasonal and spontaneous. Because like if we are having a more demand, we can hire more workers. In case of less demand, we can decrease the number of our workers. Finally, is color psychology. Colors influence the human behaviors, like yellow, orange, or red colors are considered as the warm colors. On the other hand, the blue, green, light purple, and white colors are considered as the cool colors. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Dulux has been around decades, years and years. It's been a mainline multinational paint producer. So what are some of the specific things that Dulux is currently pursuing, which you are recommending for natural products, for natural paints?
Training to staff at all?
Training staff in what? In sustainability practices. So that's what Dulux does right now. Are you saying?
So the thing is, because they apply this plan for mission there, very successful. So we decide to use that to apply to natural paint. Because what they do is three aspects. The first is the first part is production set. They use new materials, new process, so they can apply eco-friendly. And second part is they do second part is they training staff, so everyone knowing about that, so everyone will try to find ways to reduce their cost and also protect the environment.
One question is about the SWOT analysis for the weakness, the social trends. What the means the social trends for the SWOT analysis, the weakness?
Oh, the trends, because the trends you mean?
Threats, yeah.
Yeah, well, the trends keep changing. People taste keep changing in the colors and the products they use. So these eco-friendly products, they are a bit expensive, and as you see, the people, they don't continue with the same fashions in your clothes and stuff as well. So even while using these paints, so that's another social, that's the threat to the society, the paint company.
When you were a kid, you like yellow, green, red. When you were an adult, you like black or white or green.
It's not necessary.
So can you? I'm sorry. Can you go to the weakness slide? Where weaknesses? Okay. Can you explain me the first point, which says the continuous growth of global business as a weakness of the company?
Well, there you can see the Newplex is already a globally, like in decades. It's like from the 1969. It's been in the market from years, and it has already been into international market.
Okay.
And it's also giving the eco-friendly products. While the natural paint has just started, and into the global business, it's gone internationally. So it's not easy for making people aware about this for the natural paint easily for the eco-friendly products. So that's what the threat is for the natural paint. That's the weakness. So,
don't you think this point should come under threats?
Exactly, that's my point. Or else, if you could take it positively as an opportunity to become global.
There's opportunity as well that you are going to the global market.
That's right.
But then there is a weakness as well that there is your opponent company that is.
So whatever is external would be your opportunities and threat. Yeah. The weakness is an internal thing. So if you would say that their system isn't good enough to go global, so that would be a weakness. But if you're saying the continuous growth of global business, and it won't come under weakness. Instead, you could put it as a threat or else an opportunity for improvement.
Sometimes it happens when you go global. So it's very difficult for a company to match the quality standards of the different countries. Suppose National Paints export their products to Australia. So sometimes it is very difficult to maintain the quality standards which are in Australia. So that's why we have written this.
So you could say that it doesn't have
quality assurance and quality maintaining standard of quality. It's an internal part of the company. That's why we have.
That's right. So you could say the quality system, that is the weakness over here. So that is an internal thing, and so instead you could replace that point with a quality system of theirs, which is not good enough, so that they could go global. So that is.
Do they only do water-based paints, or do they do all oil-based paints too?
Oil-based. They started the oil.
Okay. But oil is not very environmental.
Okay. So my question is, in recommendation, you recommended sustainable recycled tools and materials. So can you give us an idea of what are the tools, equipment, and materials that can be used?
So we understand materials, but tools and equipments, recycled tools and equipments. So you
No,
could,
the tools, not the tools, but they are thinking to make a plan to recycle the water that is turning out into a chemical, and they are trying to recycle it before dumping it into the ocean.
so treating the water before it's.
Yeah.
So that would be a tool, right?
After making the paint, it turns into be really bad chemical. Because some companies, they are straight away dumping it into the ocean.
Are there such companies? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there are heaps.
Okay.
Yes.
Using a new type of. New
So you mean to say a system which would recycle that paint and.
Not the paint, the chemical that is coming out after making the paint.
The chemical and the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
the dirty, the waste one.
The waste.
Yeah.
So a treatment plant.
Yeah.
So that's what is the recycled tool, which is equipment. A treatment plant. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So you could replace just the tools and just keep the equipment part.
Yeah, I thought it was quite an interesting, quite an interesting target company, and obviously quite challenging as well because they're already doing environmental things. So it's easy to work with a company that's not a company that is as natural paint. Obviously, it's got something going on there in terms of the environment. So it was a good choice of company.
Mailing.
I think this presentation is pretty good, but and each slide main point is very clear and easy to follow for the audience.
Thank you.
I think all of you spoke very confidently. That's very nice, and you have researched a lot. So good, nice.
Yeah, the way you started, Gagandeep Singh. The way you started was really good. Sorry, I forgot your name. And you all were quite audible and really good.
And compliments, your commentary matched your slides. Okay, so there's good synchronization between what you said and what was on the slides. Okay. Areas for improvement. I would have liked to have heard more about the target organisation at the start. Who is Natural Paints? Why are they your client? Before we heard about interface. Okay.
You could have explained about some green practices which they can do. That's the area.
I think some slides you could have made it better, like the results and benefits slides, wherein there wasn't much clarity. So if you give tangible benefits or results, that always comes across very well. So you could work on that.
I found the structure a little bit confusing. I was, for a bit there, I was not sure whether Natural Paint was your exemplary or your target company. And yeah, just in terms of the structure, yeah, like at the start, so a little bit more about who Natural Paint was and Dulux, and maybe a little more about what Dulux is doing as well, and from an environmental context, and how that would apply to Natural Paint.
I think the SWOT analysis is not clear because it maybe the slides you can cut some key points because it's if you read a lot of more issues in the point it will be confused for the audience. Yeah, just focus on main point.
still remain a bit unclear about what Dulux does better or differently than natural paints, and therefore what natural paints can learn from Dulux. That needs to be really clear. I suggest in your report or other presentations that you give us some kind of process outline. How is paint made, and in that process, where are these wastes created that can be reduced? What are the materials that are currently natural, and what ones need substitution to become more recyclable or natural or whatever, sustainable? Yeah. Anything else from anybody else?
Oh, team match. Y'all were hilarious and presented like a hero.
Overall, a very good presentation. I liked it.
Yeah, it was clear and it was pretty interesting too.
More eye contest. Yeah, so it was pretty good. Very good. Thank you.